selecting the succulents that you will be purchasing, you may want to consider the theme or color scheme that the event will be. So if it's a bridal shower, maybe the colors of that the bridal party will be wearing, or maybe if it's a baby shower, you may choose to go with succulents that represent more pinks and reds or lighter colors. This one has more blues and grays in it. You can also change out the rocks. I was only able to find white, but I know generally are gray or multicolored, or you could even use different colors sand. I know that there was some really pretty pink sand the last time that I looked. If you wanted to go with more of that color scheme, you can also kind of go with a more neutral one if you want larger centerpieces on some tables. I designed this one to be mostly greens, maybe some of the prettier plants if you would like to include them, or taller plants in a larger table centerpiece. Or you may want to choose all non-toxic succulents. So this bowl represents various non-toxic varieties of succulents, since there are a fair amount of toxic ones. So if you know that you are going to a baby shower, or that if many of your guests have pets and might be worried about pets eating it, a non-toxic selection might be the way to go. Or again, if you want to kind of go with a theme here, you could go with plants that represent luck and prosperity. So you could have jade, aloe vera, and also house leek or hens and chicks. Or there are so many different varieties of jade, you could just go with jade. When choosing containers for your guests, you do want to make sure that you have the right container for the number of succulents that you are going to have. I do suggest a round container if you're having guests choose one succulent, just a little bit larger than the plant itself, so that way it has a bit of room to grow. If you decide to have guests choose 2 succulents, you may want to go with a rectangular pot, so that way they fit nicely in it. And if you're going with 3, I suggest a round one. Again, just a little bit larger than the size of the plants themselves. So today we're going to do a little tutorial on how you can put together favors using succulents and having the people who attend the event, Alessia, my daughter, will be helping out here, choose, so build their own. So what you would need is as many pots as there are people there. You probably don't need to start it off with soil. You can if you want, or you can just keep a bag of succulent soil and have little scoops. Hopefully it, kind of stays in whatever table you put it on. But for the party goers, to put a little bit in, choose their succulents, and then add soil as needed. So what you could do, depending on the types of deals that you're able to get on the succulents, whether you're able to get it for $1 or $2. I know Home Depot always has 5 for $10. So depending on how much you want to spend on each favor, you can have your guests choose 2 or 3. So for this example, Alessia, I'll have you choose 3 of the succulents that you like the best.
I like this one.
Okay.
What else? This one.
Okay.
And my next favorite is this one.
And this one. Okay. So once you have your guests choose their 3 favorites, they have their pot, they have their soil. You may not need a cup of water, but it may help to get the succulents, the dirt from around the roots before you put it in. Okay, so let's see what we're gonna do first. It's probably helpful to start with the largest one. Take them out. So probably, I can pull it out. Thank you. Probably they're going to be pretty dry because, they've been sitting around while you're waiting for a party. So you can tell the guest to just tap off the soil, or if it is easier, you kind of just dunk it in water a few times, and that'll get some of the soil off, and that'll help them to get some of it off, so that way they're able to plant it as low as they can. The root should be becoming visible as you either tap it a few times or dunk it a few times. You ready with the next one? Again, you can have a little scoop, add a little bit more, scoop it, add a little more soil, and a little more soil around the edge. Here. So there you have it. Beautiful living favors that your guests can take with them. What do you think, Lucia?